UK. We welcome you to our breakfast table here at the end of August. That's right, preseason week 3 is just ahead of us. We wrapped up preseason week 2 action last night, so we'll get you guys some highlights. My name's Kay, Nate Burleson, Peter Schrager, Kyle Brandt, all here. And it's time for the lead block.
It's time for the lead block. I like this fact. And man, did we have fireworks in New Orleans last night. This is a really fun preseason game. We're going to get to the Jameis show in just a second. First, Trevor Lawrence out there, #1 overall pick. And man, did he get hit a lot early. Boom! Down in the end zone. Bam! Could have been flagged on that one. Just hit after hit after hit. He showed toughness last night. Did he show any game, though? On the sideline, talking it over. Gardner Minshew's there, the Urban Meyer show. Now, 2nd and 7, he's going to step up, and bam, Marvin Jones Jr. We've been watching him for years, a reliable veteran target, exactly what you want. Later in the drive, though, this is a little bit wild. 3rd and 8. Peter, what did you think of this?
This was, just go down.
No! You're taking heavy contact.
Can't knock Tua yesterday for doing it and then be like, well, that's really smart of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he said afterwards, 3rd down and 4th down, you got to go for it. I don't know. 3rd and 4. Hey, he's got a new target. This is Luke Farrell, rookie from Ohio State. He was Justin Fields' tight end, 5th-round guy, huge tight end. So Trevor Lawrence gets him going. 4 plays later, though, same old story. It's a 3rd and 10. You want to get points before the half, and bam, they got him again. Check out Urban Meyer on the sideline. He says, look, sometimes with a star quarterback, it's a tough transition from college to the pros. You want to know Exhibit A of that? Well, it's coming up right now. Oh, man. But Jameis, here we go. Fleur-de-lis on the helmet and the comet through the sky. Watch this laser. A shot downfield. Look at the catch. Bro, listen, go.
How about this? My man Marquez was balling. And these balls beautifully thrown. I said a while ago, this offense could be a little bit more explosive with Jameis Winston.
It did look like Breeze 2011.
It really did. That was Callaway, whose name was mentioned many times on the show yesterday, which I think we will get to. And by the way, this is not a glitch in the Matrix. He goes to him again, and he makes a one-handed. Look at the reverse angle of this. This is an insane catch. A throw is perfect, and wow!
Save it for the regular season.
2 touchdowns, lightning strikes twice in New Orleans. Marquez Callaway, undrafted. This is a Jameis #1 overall pick. This
Hurry up, Michael
colliding.
Thomas.
I know, right? All right, now Taysom's like, oh man, what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, Taysom took some penalties. He took some incompletions, and then he goes, Lil Jordan. I'm playing basketball. That's Lil Penny. Lil Jordan Humphrey, his real name, Lil' Jordan. And speaking of Jordans, there's Cam just talking to James. Be like, dude, you got this thing. Week 1, are you ready? Because we got to go to battle. You and me, we got to win a Super Bowl together. 23-21 final score, but look at Taysom Hill, 11 of 20. We don't even have Jameis' stats on there. Yes, it is. Not bottom right corner. 9 of 10 for 123 and 2.
See that Minshew, though?
Woo! Yeah, Minshew was good. Sean Payton was asked what's going on with the quarterback. Sean, do you have a time frame for naming a starter?
Yeah, I don't have a time frame, though. I'll give you, like, when we know what direction we're going, we'll let you guys know. And we're not going to, try to anticipate saying, hey, it's going to be midweek or next week. Yeah, I mean, that's, I think, the best way for us to handle it. And it's kind of how we've always handled something like this. But I was pleased with not just the quarterbacks. I was pleased with how we played as a team for the most part.
And so was I, Coach. Appreciate the time. Of course, at the podium after the game, he's keeping it close to the vest, which I understand because we've seen the highs of Jameis Winston. We know his talent level is. We've also seen the lows. I ask you, Nate, based on what you saw last night, which is a pretty perfect performance from Jameis Winston, who knew he had his back to the wall to win this competition. Did he do enough to slam the door?
For sure. He put his foot down. He should be the starter, and I get where Sean Payton is coming from, but come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, buddy. We know you're going to go with that Winston. And that's what it seems like. Jameis Winston right now, he's showing you everything that we talked about this offseason. Not just, being able to learn from Drew Brees in this offense, learning from a bird's eye view outside of the game on the sideline. You also can tell, he's a little bit more accurate, and maybe that has to do with his LASIK surgery, him having a procedure done. Jameis looks healthy, looks motivated, looks like he's in better shape, and he has guys stepping up for him. I know we keep talking about Michael Thomas and them missing him, and this is the preseason, so let's not get too excited. But having guys like Callaway step up for him is huge. Jameis Winston right now is the best quarterback on this roster. I still believe they'll have a 2-quarterback system because Taysom Hill coming in, running some wildcat, throwing the ball occasionally, that helps spice things up. But as far as consistency in preseason, Jameis Winston is much better than Taysom Hill.
It's crazy. That was Jameis's first start of any kind since 2019, like going back to his Buccaneers days, and he said it felt great. Look, Sean Payton has no reason to tell us because the Packers have to now prepare for 2. Like, okay, just in case it's Taysom, what do we do? And that's an extra 5 hours of prep every single day leading up to that week. I don't think he wants to give that away for week 1. But Jameis has to be the guy after last night. Jameis was so dialed in, looked so good, looked so calm. And I got to say, Callaway's going to get the headlines and Jameis get the headlines. What we forget when we do all this in the offseason is that Sean Payton's a really good coach, and the offensive line might be the best offensive line in football. Jameis had all day back there. Look at the time he has. These are professional pass rushers trying to get to him, and he just sits back and Ramchek's blocking for him. And then, look, time, clean pocket. That gives me great confidence in the Saints offense this year that, okay, it's whether it's Taysom or it's Jameis, you can count it. Like, there's no pass rush, and that's nothing against the Jaguars' defensive line, which is actually really good. It's just that this offensive line is dominant, and they've been dominant for years. It's why Drew Brees has those clean pockets and can dice teams apart. I am so excited to see what Jameis does if he's given this job, because this could be the best situation he's ever had. That offensive line and that head coach who is so invested in making sure that his team doesn't fall apart. Here we go. It's week 2. Saints are the sleeper team in the NFC. Yeah, they're really well coached, and they've got a really good roster. Quarterbacks will be the only question. If he could play, we're in good shape.
Good Jameis is so exhilarating.
It really is.
It's exhilarating. You can't take your eyes off it. You know, you mentioned the Drew Brees thing. That pass to Callaway, the first one, traveled 53 yards in the air. That is the longest pass that any Saint has thrown preseason, regular season, postseason in 5 years. Wow. They tracked that. 53. No one's gone this far in 5 years.
Beautiful pass.
It's a Rembrandt. It's beautiful. And good Jameis is exhilarating. But, like, we know Jameis can do this. This is why Jameis is Jameis. He has the highs. He's exhilarating. He can push it downfield with the best in the entire league. And last night he came out. My question is, like, is that regular season Jameis? Is that Packers Jameis? Because he did the thing in the offseason, or rather a few weeks ago when he did the charming Jameis thing, and he said, be Bruce Wayne until you have to be Batman. You don't always have to be... He was Batman last night. But, like, the most butchered movie quote ever from that movie is, what is it, like, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. No one understands it, right? No one gets, I don't even think Aaron Eckhart got it right. It just came out that way. But that's Jameis. At one point, he will become the villain. So we could all say, it's over, Jameis is great, they're going to the playoffs. There will be the down. I'm not naive enough to say Jameis is just to the moon, 5,000 yards.
Or maybe he already has his villain stage.
Yeah.
Maybe it's over.
I think it's more like Two-Face, Nate, personally, because it's going to go down. But I'm just going to enjoy last night because it was awesome Jameis, and he's one of the best shows in the sport. And I think he locked it up, and I think it's more like 95-5 the split. I think it's the Jameis.
Do you believe, Coach, though? He's like, he was quiet for like 10 seconds at the podium, and he's like, I don't know. And I think it's because of what you're saying. I'm looking at Ian Book still this third preseason game. I'm looking at what he can do. I'm still looking at Taysom Hill and what he can look like. I think that leash is going to have to be short on Jameis Winston. I don't think, even if he's named the starter, those dips are not good, and this team is loaded and ready to go. The entire offseason, all I was looking at was how to put Jameis or Taysom or Ian Book or whoever the quarterback is in the best position to succeed. It's a great offensive line, and it's having Michael Thomas. Him not being there was a huge drop. It was a huge miss. So I've been saying ad nauseum, who's going to step up? And it's so nice when it sort of pays off and we see it emerge. We've heard about it in training camp and practices. Callaway's the real deal. I know he's undrafted out of Tennessee going into his second season, hearing great things about how the team loves him, and he balled out over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's got the hands. He's got the speed. He's got the quickness. He's got, obviously, an offensive line, and Alvin Kamara, who will be out there, of course, at some point. Jameis, to me, does not have this unreal performance without Marquez Callaway. Perfect throws, but perfect catches from this kid who's been balling out. So I'll say it again. Buy low candidate in fantasy. Either in the draft or once Michael Thomas comes back, you go to whoever drafts Marquez Callaway, and you say, I will buy low because I think he'll still have a role in this offense.
I think he was buy low yesterday when you said it, Kay. I think after last night, he might not be buy low anymore. This was his national coming out party, but you did nail it before anyone else said it. So if you got in yesterday, good luck.
I don't know if it had a preseason Victor Cruz's feel to it.
Yeah,
I hear that. Right. Undrafted, the whole
single-digit number, you're right.
What's with these T-shirts? What's going on?
So it's Nate's last week. Nate's last week here before he leaves us, and we're thinking.
Homage?
Yeah, a little. Nate and I, when we did the Miami Super Bowl, did a Rocky and Apollo thing on the beach that we were very proud of, and it was really well produced by our staff.
It was.
And this is Rocky and Apollo. Lest anyone think that this is Taysom and Jameis, it's not. It's Nate and me. What do you
The
got?
shirts
Peter?
are great, but the short shorts are what make it.
Yeah, you're right. Well, you know what, Peter?
Okay.
It's
Should
not
we?
too late. I'm just saying.
They're really short.
They're really
and the
short.
socks are really high.
Yeah.
So we're reflecting on a lot of Nate memories, and this is one for us, and we'll do it later in the show. We have the clip in the shorts.
Love it. Is one of your favorite memories that first show we did in Miami, Nate?
Oh, yeah, that was, I don't remember it.
It's not a memory.
At GMFB with your thoughts on the Saints, on the Jags, on the preseason, on